we've never put it past the FA to absolutely shart the bed with a managerial appointment, eh? Never put it past them. My granddaddy would be rolling in his fucking grave if he could see this news about the German Thomas Tuchel being appointed as the next England manager. What is that all about? No, seriously though, I mean, I don't really get the appointment in terms of his credentials anyway. He's a good coach. He's a good coach. Oh, won the Champions League with Chelsea. Oh, so did Roberto Di Matteo. Might as well appoint him then. You know, how about sharting it last season with Bayern Munich? Where's his international pedigree? I just don't really understand this appointment from the English FA. There's lots of other managers they could have gone and appointed. There's people like Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe maybe doesn't want to leave Newcastle. He's in a good place right there, etc. But, you know, if England came a knocking, it's a huge job. You could have tried to have gone and got Eddie Howe, one of the best English coaches around at the moment. Graham Potter's just sat on the sideline scratching his ball bag. At least he's an Englishman. At least he's an English ball bag that he's scratching. You know, I'm just saying. No, I'm not against appointing different managers from different nations at all if they're the right person for the job. Because, I mean, we've done it in the past, haven't we? Not that they were the right people for the job, but Sven-Goran Eriksson and Fabio Capello, you know, we've done it before. So it's not a shock or anything to appoint a German manager. But it's just this particular German manager, he's a ventriloquist dummy of a mole. Literally looks like that Goosebumps looking puppet Slappy or whatever. You know, I've had enough of this, looking at this guy, and he's not even started yet. I can't get behind this one, guys. It's a bizarre one. Fair enough if it was Jurgen Klopp who'd been appointed. He's another German manager, you know, that would have made a bit of sense, though, because he's actually got, like, proper credentials within the English game as well. He knows a lot of the players that are actually in the international setup there and managed them personally whilst he was Liverpool manager. So it makes a little bit of sense to have somebody like Jurgen Klopp come in. Obviously, he's not doing that. He's taken over the football proceedings or whatever. He's got some sort of job going on there at Red Bull. And I think he's got a clause written in his new deal there at Red Bull that if he's approached by the German FA for the German national team manager role, then he's got an out in his a clause in his contract, I believe. But so I guess there's no real need or want to go and manage England. But there is this footballing rivalry. I feel we have to talk about this. It's 2024. There's sensitive topics. Things are sensitive. Every German I've ever met is an absolute legend, to be fair. I can't say that I've ever met a twat of a German. All German people that I've met are awesome. Now, I don't know about their great-granddads, but everyone that I've met's been awesome, okay? So the point I'm making is it doesn't matter, you know, that we've appointed somebody who's a German manager, but it's a topic we must discuss. There is this big footballing rivalry between Germany and England, and you can't really get away from it. Not just footballing rivalry, you know, talking about having world wars and stuff. You know, it's not just a footballing rivalry, but it's a strange appointment because of that whole history. He is a German. It's a strange manager to appoint as the England manager right now anyway. Fair enough if it was Klopp. I would have completely understood the appointment for the reasons I mentioned earlier. What about Pep Guardiola? There's talks about him. You know, obviously he's the current City manager, but let's face it, they're a bunch of cheating charlatans. And at some point they're going to get found out and he'll probably become available because he doesn't want to be a League Two manager. Do you know what I mean? So he might have been available at some point. You could have just, I don't know, given Carsley job as an interim until that maybe happened. Or then again, that's just airy-fairy stuff. That's not realistic. The realistic managers that you could have appointed, as I said, you know, you've got people like Eddie Howe, you've got people like Potter. They're not the most, I guess, the most glaring choices because, well, as I say, you know, Eddie Howe's in a job and Potter shat it at Chelsea, though he is good and he is an Englishman. I think that does count for something. I've always said that I would like, it's not a necessity for me, but I would like the coach of the English national team to be English. It doesn't have to be the case. I just want who's right for the job. I've always said, if I was the English FA, I would have absolutely tried to get Jurgen Klopp as the manager, you know, as soon as Gareth Southgate had done one, to be fair, because I think he would have brought that sort of crash bang wallop heavy metal football to the England national team that we probably need to play to our strengths as a team. Now, it's never been realistic, but I mean, look, guys, I just want to ask you guys here, you're watching this video here. First of all, do us a favor and smash that like button here. Hit the like button, but get down in the comments section and have your say on Tuchel. Are you happy with his appointment? Do you think he's going to be a success as England national team manager? Just the fact he is an England national team manager, I just don't like it. It doesn't sit well with me. He's not the guy. You know, it's not because he's German. As I say, I would have been happy with Klopp. Klopp's not available, I get it, but it's not because he's German, but I'm just not happy with his managerial credentials to be our national team manager. I haven't not really been impressed with him overly. Okay, they got rid of him at Chelsea far too soon, in all fairness. He did really well at Chelsea in the short term, won a Champions League with them, And they got rid of him too soon, really, in my opinion. And look what happened after they got rid of him. It's not like they were better. They got worse. So he obviously is a good coach, but then he's gone to Bayern. He's not exactly shone or proven himself to be, you know, this elite manager over there, I don't think. You know, they've parted ways. Obviously, they went and got this young new manager, Vincent Kompany, prepared to take a punt on him rather than sticking with that puppet Tuchel. It's a puppet! So there you go. We have appointed a ventriloquist dummy as England manager. I don't understand. I don't like it. I don't want him. I would have preferred something like Eddie Howe or anybody really. You know, anybody really. Tuchel, not the answer for me. People talk about, look, I'm a Manchester United fan. You guys know that, obviously. Now, I wouldn't have wanted him at Manchester United either. Now, Erik ten Hag is clearly sharting the bed at United. He's not doing a great job at all, really, if we're being honest. And it's quite miraculous he's even still in the job. Tuchel was reportedly discussed in the summer. They negotiated with him, I think, in the summer, and he ultimately turned us down. Now, I don't want Tuchel as United manager, so I'm not bothered about missing out on him there. But shouldn't that tell you something, really? I don't want him as United manager, don't want him as England manager. Just don't really think he's all that. I don't understand it. So there you go, guys. He is the new England manager. He is going to be taken over from Gareth Southgate on a permanent basis, obviously, or taken over from Carsley in the interim. I don't think Carsley was the correct choice, not at all, no. Carsley wasn't the correct man to take things forward. He obviously just an interim coming in, you know, with youth experience there, having managed the under-21s and that kind of thing. And fair play to him for trying. But, yeah, unless he was actually really successful in these few games that we've seen from him and changed things miraculously and got us playing great football and getting big results, etc., then he wasn't really realistically going to be in line for the job. So they were always looking at somebody else. He was only ever given the interim. They've decided on Tuchel. Give this a rating out of 10 down below in the live comment section, not the live comment section, the not live comment section down below, out of 10 in terms of how you rate this managerial appointment from the English FA here. 10 being the absolute best, like this is immense. Let us know your thoughts and opinions on that one. But yeah, I'd give it, honestly, I think it's a 4 out of 10 from me. I'd like to say I'm really not happy with the appointment. I don't think it fits in a lot of ways. I don't really understand his managerial acumen or abilities that they're supposedly highlighting that he'll bring to the table, personally. That's just my thoughts. Might as well have appointed Roberto Di Matteo. There you go, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to this little video. Just had to get on and talk about this very quickly, give you my thoughts and opinions and cover the news. Obviously, Thomas Tuchel appointed next England manager. Apparently, there's going to be a press conference on Wednesday tomorrow where he is going to address the media and discuss his new venture and his new role going forward. Well, good luck to him. Obviously, we want to see England do well, but I don't think it's the right appointment that would actually fulfill all of our potential that we've got. But we'll see. I mean, he can't be any worse than Gareth Southgate, can he? Southgate did bits, to be fair, in terms of getting far in competitions and grinding out tedious guff results, playing absolutely dross football. Fair play to him, but he's not the guy to take us to win things. Is Tuchel that guy? Well, he has won some things, so maybe he's better placed than Southgate. Ultimately, I think he is a better manager than Southgate, but that's not saying much, really. Southgate's a Middlesbrough relegation melter. It's not saying much, is it? So there we are. Anyway, get your thoughts in down below. Have your say. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. This is the Flying Pig on Flying Pig United. I was going to do a Scotland-Portugal watch-along, but then this news broke. So sorry if you were looking to that. But, you know, this is to do with England, obviously. And it's gash. It's gash, in my opinion. I'm not happy with it, guys. Thanks for watching. See you later. Get your thoughts down below. Like, subscribe, and comment. And keep a lookout for upcoming videos. Stay classy, everybody.